Root.
Hello guys, welcome. Welcome to
Retreat
another episode
PSI.
of Ripster Daily Trade Recaps and Teachings. Another solid day, guys. Solid day. Earning season providing us a lot of opportunities. Some mega all day winners today, and couple of choppy trades, but overall was a solid day in the community. Everybody nailed it. So let's recap. And before I start the recap, just a quick introduction to anybody who's new to my community, who's new to me, who's new to my Twitter, or who's new to my
CVNA.
YouTube as well. All these trades and trade recaps, any trades, swing trades, investment ideas, anything I discuss here are the ideas that
SMWB.
I share in the community, or either I take those trades, or
MGRM.
those are the trades from the traders in my community. So or from the Twitter or from the YouTube. So we try to recap those trades and see how we made money, how we lost money. We do not trade anything random. We do everything repeatable. Repeatable strategy, repeatable system. System is how you trade. Setups is what you trade. Repeatable setups, day in, day out. That's what we do every day before market open. My team is up early. They are working on creating a pre-market plan. This is the pre-market plan for today, which I share with everybody before the market opens. Then I also share what I call as my daily levels, and these were today's daily levels. You can check these. Then we also share with the community the day 2, day 3 setups, which I invented the strategy. We trade long or short based upon whatever system is telling us. And these were the day 2, day 3 plays for today. And Lily was a short from day 2, day 3, and we will recap that as well, and we'll discuss all the plays we did today. I'm on the voice from market open until first 2-3 hours, and if needed be, as come on the voice later in the day. But all day I'm continuously post my ideas, updates, guidance in the alerts tab. We are not an alert service, but I continuously try to make sure I'm providing good ideas, and so many smart people on our trading floor sharing ideas all day. So trying, we have so many news to tools, scanners, everything is there. So really trying to trade professionally, have a nice environment, and try to make money. And if we lose money, try to keep the losers very small. All right, guys, that being the introduction, let's start with the first recap of the day. The first one, guys, I'm going to discuss is Qualcomm. So Qualcomm was a big winner for us in the morning. Our options were, going 120%. So we're going to discuss that Qualcomm. So let's see. Let's talk about the Qualcomm trade. All right. So let's go back and see what was our game plan. So as you see, Qualcomm was one of our star plays. When I star something, that means that play is my focus. So Qualcomm was EPS beat, 14 cents, revenue beat, sorry, expected. So better than expected, really good. And I had bullish bias versus the clouds. I gave everybody a bullish bias in the pre-market. My two levels were 170, 150 was my support pivot. My resistance pivot was 175, 177.60. As soon as market opened, I saw a decent strength in Qualcomm, and you know, and again it was an A plus setup. It was not an all-time high breakout, but it was definitely a nice breakout on daily. So that's why it was an A plus long setup for us. So and I was like, we can really push today based upon my analysis, that we can really push higher today. So that's what my analysis was to my community right at the open. And let's see how it worked out. So as you see, we had these pivots already drawn up, price alerts going on, and I was on the long watch right at open. This was my number one focus, and I started 1/3, and I saw the strength, and then I scaled in. So you can see the timestamp comments started 1/3. You didn't get a good entry, but I saw the strength, I added more in, and then my first target was 180, and then 180 target met, we logged half. My next target was 182 area, and we didn't really meet that 182 target, but we went close. And then of course we logged half of the profit. And then it comes to the 512 EMA Cloud pullbacks. You can add those EMAs, you can scale in, right? Still in the trend, there is no need to cut. You see, our options were already 100% by the time we started, before from 9:30 to 10 a.m. our options were already 100%. So that was our morning trade, the breakout trade into the 10 a.m. And then market was weak, which we'll talk about later. So QQQ pulled back, Qualcomm pulled back, and I did tell everybody that you can, you can add and you can use 160 650 as your stops. You can see here. So those were the stops that I gave everyone, and then it held the 512 trend and pushed. So let's talk about. So now after it held the trend, Qualcomm, I'm going to talk about the second setup there. We have hit our target again, and that's where we lock profit again. But when it breaks this 512, that's when I told everyone that 512 is breaking down. So it's a B minus short as well. I think I discussed here as well. Qualcomm B minus. Let's see if I can find it here for you guys. Qualcomm. So B minus is against the trend or a smaller trend short. So that's what we were doing in the middle of the day. This one, B minus 3450. When this was breaking, I told everybody exit the longs, exit the longs, exit, exit, exit. And there should be an alert, price alert came in. You can see here, you can see all the price alerts, break, exit, and that's when we get on. And now we can have option to either short that second setup and short it to 3450, and then the third setup you bounce from 3450. And these are the three of the repeatable setups that I teach. I show you guys every day in my recaps, and I also share these in my webinars. So you can see the setup, right? First setup morning long, second setup is get out, maybe short scalp, third setup is EMA bounce. You right, three setups on the Qualcomm today. So my main trade was the morning. I did scalp a short. I did not do the 3450 bounce, but was a good trade for us. Everybody was green. A really, really, fun trade, stress-free, basically, right? Little bit options, shares. So nothing bad there. Let's go to the next one. So Marna was our the biggest trade today. Really made up the whole week with this Marna trade. Most of our options and all those really went 500%. So let's see what was the plan on Marna. What did I share with the community? Let's go back, look at our pre-market plan. What was Marna saying? So pre-market plan, EPS, revenue, all that, earning was there. I was bearish to neutral. Bearish to neutral. Because it was just sideways, but my support pivot was 111, resistance pivot was 112.20. So I saw the strength, right away held the cloud. So there's not a short, right? It's holding the cloud, and then it's pushing over the pivots. Yesterday's highs is pushing over the pivot, really flat from yesterday, so giving us a nice. And I also saw this daily breakout. That's why I was interested in it. I saw the daily breakout setup, and that's why I liked it. And I said long. I gave the long, and I gave that. I mentioned on the voice as well. I right away I mentioned cloud pullbacks. Right away in the morning I mentioned the cloud pullbacks. When it pulled back here a little bit, that's when I longed it, and I gave a target of 120. And so that was our first target, 120 right here. And then it was holding the trend, and we hit our 120 target. So 120 target met, and then it pulled back, held 512 clouds, did not break it, and this was the flag. And that's when I saw the flow. I can show you the flow if you want to. Let me see if I can show you guys the flow that I saw. Because when you track the flow, option flow, that gives you some kind of edge on your trades. So when I see the flow, I saw the flow when it was pulling back here, and they just sent. You can see that. Let's see if I can find that flow. Which one was that? No, I'm trying to find a flow from the morning, which was, let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Okay, let's see here. So we had a flow on Myrna. So as you see there all day, the call flow was significant with the trend. I was watching call flow, significant call flow with the trend. I'm not interested in the flow that is going against the trend. So I was interested with the flow. And I told everybody, lot of flow, hit the weekly scans on that pullback, 125 next target. And then we hit our 125 next target. The target after that was 128. and we just kept rolling in the options. 120 options went like 400, 500%. Then we rolled into further options. Even at the end I took some 130 options, which probably will go already zero, but that's fine because we roll our profits, right? So that was a trade from the morning. If you risked 114, and we got almost 12 bucks per share trade, and that's like a fabulous risk reward. One risk to 5 6 reward. That's that kind of trade we need to do. So anyways, you can pause the screen and see my guidance on Marna. A lot of guidance was on the voice. So Marna was a definitely big huge winner for the community today. Another thing I wanted to point out that before I go to the next one, you see how our community is posting the ideas on the trade floor on like a lot of these things. You see, Marna was breaking out, and SK posted the flag as well, the same flag I'm looking at. So this is kind of the education, and I'm very proud of the traders like SK who are new into the community, and they're sharing so much, and love that. You see the setup right in front of your eyes, and Marna went on a crazy run after that. Let's go to the next one. So next one we're going to talk about CVNA. CVNA was one of those setups which was like a gap up and chop. So we tried to short it, did not work. Took a starter small loss, and then it gave a short scalp later in the day, but it was nothing. So CVNA was one of the setups. You can see I said I'm watching for a gap fill. That's what I told everyone. And then there was no direction though. And then I tried to when it started to break down, I took a short. But let's go back, see what was the plan on CVNA. So plan on CVNA, you see the supports I gave was 110 and 114, and 112. Oh, sorry. 122.90 was the resistance. So I said if 114 doesn't hold, we can gap fill. Scalp long versus that, and 123 is the breakout. So you see now what? Note this level 148. Look here carefully and look what's happening here. Which level it's bouncing? So the same 141 area. Remember, support resistance is an area. So you see that. So I kind of did a starter short anticipating, and this has happened before. We think, at least we know the area, right? We think it's going to break down, give us a short, but it did not. It swiped back, quickly closed it, right? So I told everyone, check the pre-market short to confirm more short ad is only under that level. Not confirming, still bullish. Don't size up. And I closed the starters, right? Shorted there here at like 115s, and covered into like almost 118s, like I think 20-30% show loss there, and few dollars loss on the shares, but it was a starter size because it was not confirmed the gap fill. Remember, this area is still bullish, still in the clouds. So anyways, there was a loser, and midday it broke the clouds, gave a little bit scalp, maybe for what, from 116 to 111, broke the 114, but it swiped right back. 110 was kind of my target on that short, but did not really give it. But and you see that it's rejecting from the resistance as well. So you see that, right? 123. So resistance and support is not a myth, guys. You see, there's a reason I gave this level. Rejected once, rejected twice, rejected thrice. So and you clearly see how it's no surprise how CVNA worked out today, right? Was kind of in a range. So understand that. So next one I'm going to discuss is, guys, SMCI. We were short on SMCI at open. So SMCI was our short. Let's go back to the levels on SMCI. 738, 700. Those were our two levels of the support here. But I saw the cloud weakness already, right? So I saw the cloud weakness already. So already I saw that cloud weakness, and then I realized that we can short it, and that's what I told everybody on the voice, that we can short it. SMCI was also like a day two for us. It was also a day two setup because it had earnings recently, so we know it's gonna kind of a move. But so nice short SMCI breaking under the cloud. 750, 740, you cover in the 700s. Let's quickly look at CVS. So what was the plan on CVS, right? So CVS was, guys, was our day two setup, right? So CVS was our day two setup because CVS had earnings yesterday and it was breaking under the clouds. So I noticed that. I think I missed the give the levels on that, but I told everybody on the voice that it's a short. It's a short right at the open. It's a short because it's under the cloud, and then it's short, short, short. It was still short at 10 a.m. and then it kept fading. 10:30 more fades and hit 53.40. So it was a nice short day two. You remember, right? It's always a day two are very important. So CVS was a day two short. Next one we're going to talk about is PDD, guys. So PDD China names were strong in the pre-market. The breakout was 129, neutral to bullish, under 127.50 was the gap fill. And when it breaks out, so you see PDD broke out of the pivot I gave. So I told everyone that's a break. It's a long. It's out of our flag. Long pivot. Breakout long over our pivots, ride as long as 512 rides, and PDD went on from 129.50 all the way to 139.50. That was also like a $10 long, right? $10 per share long. Anywhere you could have traded. You just need to stick with the plan, pre-market level. And if I'm not trading something, but I try to tell the community the setups, right, which are good, and PDD was one of them. If you miss the morning trade, then there was this 10 a.m. repeatable setup, 10 a.m. flag, pull back to 512s. I teach them in detail in my webinars how to trade these 10 a.m. flag setups. So that was a 10 a.m. setup. So Pfizer was a day too long. You can see Pfizer was a day too long. Why was it? It was on our day two sheet as well. 26.90 resistance, 27.35, 27.45. Pfizer was very strong yesterday. That was the reason Pfizer was also on our watch list today, because this it is it as a day two strategy. This is the strategy. That's why I try to tell you that we do repeatable setups. So I saw the strength right away and I told guys that PF is a day too long, still good too long, and all day Pfizer pushed out. Breakout happened over yesterday's highs. Breakout, this is the retest that you saw my shorts, the YouTube shorts that I posted on the retest, and continued to push. You could easily risk here. You could easily have risked like let's say 30 cents, right? 30 cents and made like 70 or 60 cents. You could easily have risked $300 and you could have made $600. So that's kind of the trade Pfizer was if you did the shares. Of course, if you were trading options, it would have done much better. All right, let's go to the next one. So next one we're going to talk about is DoorDash. That was also from our game plan today. So DoorDash was kind of a short right at open, right? Short scalps under the clouds. So this was the DoorDash. You see what were the game plan here. Let's go back to the game plan. DoorDash game plan was simple. Turned over the clouds, no long under 114. So basically 114 was our pivot and it broke 114 right away. And that's when I told everybody short scalps under the cloud, target is 110, and we met our target. Right after that, it started consolidating and you get out when this happens, right? So you see this consolidation. If you got in early, that was right. There's a morning 10 a.m. trade. After that, you were just stuck in this consolidation and basing. So there was no short there. And this is not what you want to see when you're short. Up, down, up, down, up, down. You just get out. You want to see lower highs, lower lows. So anyways, it was a good short initially, but after that, it just, curled up. There was another trade today on the weird CGC, which was kind of a long at the open. Took a long, but it failed the long and then had to stop out when it broke the clouds, right? You see that CGC long versus the clouds and then broke down. Could have shorted it, but I didn't see it later, but it was a nice short as well. But nice fade under the clouds and it was a small loser in the morning on the long side. So next one we're going to look at is guys Starbucks. So Starbucks was a morning short. Again, it was a day two short. It was similar to the other day two setup we were, trading short CVS, because let's go to our day two sheet and you can see that where did I put the Starbucks? So I probably put Starbucks somewhere. I guess I forgot to give the Starbucks level. So but that was the Starbucks short anyways, and it was a short setup under this level, this cloud break. You see that? So that's why Starbucks was heavy. So that's why I was saying they are all short. It was enough time to short Starbucks, right? From 75s to 73s, it was short like till what, 10 a.m. It was a morning 10 a.m. shorts. So that's why I was mentioning Starbucks, because it was yesterday was earning, so it was a day two. I had it on my trading view list that I shared with everyone. So I shared the trading view watch list with everyone in the morning so they can know what I'm trading, what I'm looking at. But Starbucks was a morning short. Let's quickly discuss a swing winner for us. You might have seen me tweeting about it and all that. This was JAGX. So JAGX has been a lotto swing. I've been talking about that in community. I've been tweeting about it. Why is a lotto swing? Lotto swing is where you risk 100% and you try to make 200% or more. And we already made 200% on this swing. Yeah, I can just show you the recap on my Twitter because the science behind that is they were having a split. So if you don't know what a split is, I will explain in maybe a short. I'll make a short about that. The penny stock life cycle. I'll make a short. So JAGS, they cancel the reverse split, means they're expecting some news. That's why they cancel the reverse split, and they have data coming. So they have a data for. So they have data for. So have they. So they have data coming for the diarrhea in cancer patients. So that's why. So when they cancel something right before the data, so that was kind of a signal that some maybe a news can come. So that's why we're trying to do a run up trade, right? So you can see complete history of my swing trade. It's also listed in our community. It's listed in our community bio swing tracker. We maintain a bio tracker as well for our bio trades and investments. So you see I posted upon this on April 10th, and that split ahead of treatment cancel. I gave a disclaimer. We have a lotto. It's a lotto trade. We have a position, and then after that it went 100% for us right here, 23. And then this was the breakout. I already gave us breakout setup before the breakout. Before the breakout, not the hindsight. We already got that 100%, right? We sold some, then we added back again over here in the 14-15 cents. And then this was the breakout. I told that yesterday that it's the breakout. Here's the breakout. Always never hindsight, always before and after. And then today it started to break out of the 25 cents. So I said approaching 100% gains and approaching the breakout, and look at that, moving towards the breakout. And then look here, we hit 30%, almost 200%, and we hit 32 cents. So almost 200% gainer on this one. So love these setups. Combine your technicals, combine your DD, combine your research, and really you can really did good. So really my swing portfolio really did good because of this one play as well. JAGX, let's say for your small account, if you invested $10,000, it depends upon your risk to risk, that's you already made $20,000, right? Because the risk reward is so good on such setups. So very proud of this trade, swing trade, still holding. Let's see what comes, but now our stops are break even. We have logged decent profit, so it will never be a loser for us. It will always be a green, and how much green, that the data will tell us. So next one we're going to talk about is, guys, MSTR. So MSTR was a bullish today. So let's go to look at our crypto levels. Our crypto levels were 1055, 1100. Yesterday it bounced from the psychological level. Today it was pushing over the clouds. So I told everybody it's a good long. And I also talked about the sweeps. So there was a sweep coming in. 1200 sweep came in, and DGL long almost made 70% on since I told about the sweep. So a lot of option calls for 1200 were coming in MSTR. So it was very bullish, and then of course it was Thursday, options were cheap, so lots were moving nicely. So MSTR was a great trade for community, and nice long as well, good opportunity. We keep eyes on scanners, flows all the time to make sure we don't miss any good setup. Next one, let's quickly look at Lily. So Lily was basically a day two short, right? So Lily was basically our day two short. You see, it was number 3 on our day two. Support previous was 773, resistance was 780, and right away it faded under the clouds. And also there was earnings by NVO, which is at the peer, and maybe that have affected it. But Lily was a short all day. I'm very proud of many people who were trading it, already trading it, and already short before me, and they really nailed it. Day 3 Lily setup. Very proud of SK1428. He has been killing. His charting is really good. And so Lily was really nice. Red is alive also alerted that Steve was on top of it. Very proud of everybody in the community who was on top of this setup. Beautiful setup, very well done. So next one we're quickly gonna look is Netflix. Not gonna spend too much time, but Netflix was the only one which was bullish this morning because it was over our pivots, right? Our pivots were 556, 55, 560, and then it broke both the pivots. It pushed over 555, then it pushed over 560, and then it was all day long. So that really really nice. Netflix was only the strong one strat set up in the community. A lot of traders were trading it. Very proud of Netflix, all day guidance by the community. So let's quickly discuss Apple earnings. So I posted the Apple earnings chart. So we do not trade lotos, we trade after hours. So Apple was this nice weekly setup, right? I gave these pivots, I gave this 179 pivots. I tweeted the chart. So it was a nice setup, nice trend line. And Apple said they're increasing the dividend and they're doing a buyback. $110 billion buyback. So these two things are very important, guys. Remember when Meta announced this or some other companies announced this huge buyback, they always run, no question asked. Everybody FOMOs in such trades. So that's why I told long. I usually tell everybody to watch pullbacks because trading in after hour is very risky only for advanced traders. So you just have to be careful how you trade after hours. And you see that I told everybody long watch the pullbacks, but I longed right away. Then I added more at 180, sold 182, 183, 184, 185. That was a nice after hour trade for us, because remember these kind of news, next time you hear a news of a buyback, increased dividend, and stock has to be bullish, right? We don't buy bearish. It's over the clouds, it's bullish. That's why we are buying it. And the size is usually 1/3 or 1/4 when trading in after hours, because of the risks involved in trading after hours. So learn about trading after hours. I'm very surprised. A lot of traders been trading for a long time, they have no clue how to trade after hours. That's the basic knowledge. If you do not know about that, you should stop trading right away. Basic concepts, sessions, trading sessions, when to trade, how buy sell orders in after hours and all that. So pre-market, learn it, guys. So anyways, we'll be ready for Apple tomorrow. Very excited. Very good trades after hours. All right, guys, let's wrap up with SPY QQ. So SPY QQQ, only thing I'm going to discuss is our morning short. I'm on the voice every day. I guide my community through the SPY QQQ in the morning, and I told everyone it's heavy. The first thing I told on the voice, it's heavy. It's a short, no long. No long there. Put scalps only. Still short. Stay puts. Right? And we trade the short from this cloud break into the yesterday's lows. They are levels, right? Don't trade blindly. They are levels. SPY 502.84, 502.84, right here. When this level is gone, that's it. I gave you the levels in pre-market. It's not getting over the pre-market highs. So that's your risk to short. The cloud is breaking. That's your signal to short. Easy peasy. I'm giving you a system. You just have to utilize it, guys. So literally our day was done with this short. In the morning, you literally see like traders who were short in the morning. Like everybody, most of the traders were done in the community because they were short. Somebody shorted Tesla, somebody shorted SPY, and somebody shorted ARM. Everybody was short. We were short SMCI, and this 9:30 to 10 a.m. move. That's it. If you master the 9:30 to 10 a.m. trades, you don't even need to trade whole day. After that, it was all chop. It was all chop here. Nothing much to do. But really did good on my SPY puts, QQQ puts. SPX went crazy. A lot of traders traded SPX, and you can see here, right? Hundreds of traders in the community doing it. I'm not just saying it out of the thin air. So very proud of each and every one who execute and learn from these strategies and day in day out. Providing value in the community. Very proud of that. And I did share some of the setups on Twitter as well. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be ready for tomorrow. Lot of Friday. We will kill it. If you want to trade with me, join the community. Come for guidance and a family of traders. Do not come for alerts. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.